I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Dallas Cowboys. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here we go, kill. 480. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
A first down throw for Brissett. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. It's a big one there for the Chargers, and even 50 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give them 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They go play action here on first down. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Check. Watch 54. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4.
To throw again on second down. Brissett. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Let's go. 54 Mike. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
punch it in with Eckler. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Second and goal, and the lone man in the backfield is Freeman. They give it to him running left. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This Cowboy defense trying to hold them out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal.
Check right 54. Line 54. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. So, hey. Mike's 5'4". Mike's 5'4". Mike's 5'4". All day. All day. Right there. 54. Right there.
Brissett. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Watch the pass.
3rd and short yard. And that's knocked away.